Hello YouTube. I'm going to be discussing today the signs of the end of the hour, and I'm going to actually focus on this prophecy revealed in the Quran of the mark of the Kafir. And basically I will read from the Quran the lines I'm referring to, and I'm going to break them down, how they correlate with what's happening now with the coronavirus.
And I will be joining her.
Yeah, and he'll be joining me. And so the mark of the Kafir is...
Well, first of all, Kafir is an
Let's
Arabic
start over.
word.
Let's start over.
Keep it.
Keep it?
Keep it. It's real. Kafir is an Arabic word. Most people who speak Arabic translate it as disbeliever. Based on its context in the Quran, however, it cannot mean that, because it speaks of Kafirs who say they believe in God and
spread guidance while claiming virtue.
So this is almost like these people who are Kafirs are saying they're right and they're not right. So with that in mind, we read you this hadith,
okay,
which means story. It's a story from the era of the Prophet, actually recorded 200 years later. Could be true, could be not, but with some interpretation right now, it sounds very true.
Okay. Among the signs of the hour will be the emergence of a beast from the earth. It will be very strange in appearance and extremely huge. One cannot even imagine what it will look like. It will emerge from the earth and shake the dust from its head. It will have with it the ring of Solomon and the rod of Moses. Break down this line really quick, or should I continue?
Let's read the whole thing,
okay,
and then we'll go back.
People will be terrified of it and will try to run away, but they will not be able to escape, because such will be the decree of God. It will destroy the nose of every unbeliever with the rod and write the word Kafir on his forehead, which actually shout outs to the Warner for his Arabic language research. Forehead in the Quran actually translates to chin. In Arabic, the word for forehead, they say his forehead is chin.
Yes.
So to reiterate, it will destroy the nose of every unbeliever with the rod and write the word Kafir on his chin. It will adorn the face of every believer and write the word Mu'min, true believer, on his chin
/ forehead. It says forehead.
It says forehead, but it means chin. And will speak to people.
So let me reread this, and feel free to interject at any time.
Okay.
I'm going to try to break it down. Among the signs of the hour, which means the coming of the day of judgment, where everyone will be judged and your souls will go where they are meant to go for eternity, there will be an emergence of a beast. In this case, I'm translating beast as like a monstrous thing, like a terrible
creation,
thing.
A manifestation from the earth.
It says a beast from the earth. So it's from the earth. I'm translating it as is a man-made thing, or it's an earthly
really
thing.
Breaking it down is the pharmaceutical, medical industry, government, one world regime.
Right, we'll get to that. It will be very strange in appearance and extremely huge. One cannot even imagine what it will look like. It's describing the system of pharmaceuticals here, which means black magic. So it is the system of black magic that it's describing, which is the beast which comes from the earth as a sign of the hour. That's why when the beast emerges from earth, it shakes dust off his forehead, because this is the ancient practice. Pharmaceuticals, black magic, goes back to the days.
It shakes off. It just came
Seth
forth again after the flood.
Yeah, I mean when the fallen angels came and taught the people magic. So listen, it will have the ring of Solomon. The ring of Solomon can
manipulate the jinn.
Manipulates the jinn. / archon / Morgellon.
Which is sorcery too. Black
it
magic,
will have the rod of Moses. The rod of Moses turns into a snake, and the rod of Moses
is the symbol for pharmaceuticals worldwide.
Now, all sickness comes from the archons or the genies. So if you are controlling sickness, you are controlling the archons and the genies.
With Solomon's ring and the rod.
If you had the ring of Solomon.
Yeah.
People will be terrified of it and will try to run away. That's the people that
aren't
system,
wearing the medical mask,
and they label them mentally ill,
Us.
and they try to run away from their imprisonment.
I'm not afraid of no one but God.
It's also
they're afraid that honestly, it talks about the people that are afraid to get the coronavirus, afraid to get this,
so,
and they're afraid to die, and they're afraid of God. They don't believe. They're unbelieving.
People will be terrified of it, like the coronavirus. They will try to run away, and such will be the decree of God. It will destroy the nose of every unbeliever with the rod. In other words, it will put a Morgellon in your nose. That because the rod turns into a snake, which is symbolic of a parasite,
into your brain, and makes you believe in the medical industry.
They exist at first as an electromagnetic interference, but believe me, they will manifest a physical form, and that form will be a snake. So it's turning from an inanimate object to a snake. That's why it's represented by the rod. And now we are talking about the face mask they give you. Because of the face mask, you will get a nose genie. And every single time I go to the doctor's office, no matter what, even if I just go there to lie to get a medication I want because I get fucked up off it or something, I get a genie right in my nose here, a Morgellon. I gotta go like this for like 3 hours to get it out, right?
Yeah.
Now, you might not believe in Morgellons or genies or archons, but this is the truth. All sickness is caused by the genies / archons / Morgellons. And those face masks and anything to do with pharmaceuticals.
That's the sign of the Kafir on their chin.
A genie in your nose, which means you have dealt with a doctor because they're doctoring the source of healing, which is God. That's why they're sorcerers, because they have made an error with the source.
So now we could plainly see who's Kafirine and who's a believer, or I wouldn't even say a believer, but those who are following on the straight path. Yes, a believer. I'm a believer.
You'll see the believers, the disbelievers, guidance while claiming virtue.
Not even those who spurn guidance. The ignorant, deaf, dumb, and sheep wearing the face masks on their face as the sign of the Kafir on their chin.
Which gives
it's
you
a mark.
Genie, which
and
makes
the mark
you
of the believers are the ones we don't have it. This is what God gave us. We do not fear a fake disease. We don't fear man, and Trump is not my God. The government is not my God. God is one God. He is glorious and amazing. Beyond all things is Earth's realm. And this is the beast that's ushering the end of time.
So listen, it will destroy the nose of every unbeliever with the rod. It will write the word Kafir on his chin. In other words, you're wearing this mask. It says Kafir on your chin. It says Kafir.
I hate everyone wearing it.
It will adorn the face of every believer by writing true believer on his forehead, which is actually chin. So he will write the word true believer on your chin, and this will speak to the people. Because at that point, you know, this motherfucker thinks viruses are real.
This motherfucker
isn't scared of the lies they fed him since he was a child.
They're questioning. They're thinking autodidactically.
And that is the main point. This is not addressed towards any specific group of people, but if there are Muslim people watching this, you know, yes, sometimes the hadith are true and they're accurate, but you should always go to yourself and the Quran first.
I think the problem is not even hadith. The problem is organized religions are made to control mass public, and the organized religions deter you from actually looking deep within the scripture with yourself, your own mind, and your own heart and soul. Because the religions claim different scriptures to be their own, they're actually for everyone to learn.
And I strongly recommend anyone who's spiritually inclined to read the book of Jasher. It's about 15 hours audiobook, and it's a great listen, it's a great read. And look up Sam Garen's channel.
Shout out to Sam Garen.
Shout out to Omar. Shout out to Saeed Mizra.
Shout outs.
And that is all.
God bless and God protect us.